Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Saola here, and today I have a class setup video for you, as well as offering a few tips and tricks for sniping. Now, I have been someone who's sniped in the Call of Duty community for some time, and I really have been enjoying my time with the Cold War beta. There are a couple things that I do think could be adjusted, but other than that, I do think the game has a pretty fluid and smooth experience overall. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into my setup. We have right here with the Pelington 703, that is the only sniper you can use during the Cold War beta that you can customize. There is the L96A1 or the LW3 as it's called in this game that is available. However, that is a default class, so you can't really change anything with that. With the Pelington, I actually will jump right into it. I haven't changed anything with the optics necessarily. I do have a couple classes with different sights. What's really cool is the sights, unlike last year's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where if you affected the sights of your gun, it potentially could increase or decrease the ADS speed. You don't have that at all with the optics on Black Ops Cold War. Now, one thing that I will get into though is the one thing that Treyarch did really well this year was the fact that not only do they give you stats of what certain attachments do, but they also give you a breakdown of what your stat-wise gun is looking like. So what I mean by that is, so if you look right here for the Stabilizer 308, if you look, it says plus 20% idle sway control. So it's like cool. That helps with your swaying, obviously. You're swaying if you're not necessarily moving either. But it breaks it down in a whole nother way by simply clicking R2. You can see all the stats of your gun and what it's looking like right now with the attachments you have on it, which is super detailed, and I really commend Treyarch for that. Now with the muzzles, I didn't actually do anything because none of them really affect me or help me in any way to be a very aggressive sniper, I should say, because I do play more towards like a traditional run and gun style, but again with a sniper, and that's just, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles. So yeah, none of these really helped me, but I do think it's still really cool the way they break down these stats for your guns. I do think it really helps people build the best version of a gun that they want to use. That way they can go ahead and challenge and win their gunfights. Jumping right into that, we have the barrels, which with the 21.7 Overlord, I actually really enjoy and use, specifically just because of the fact that it increases the fire rate for me, and that is something that obviously is me being aggressive and having an aggressive playstyle. Having that faster fire rate is really going to help me win some of my gun battles and really kind of help me control the flow of how I'm playing throughout the map, especially for some of the larger maps. Armada's a really huge map, as well as I can't remember it, but there's the snow-based map right now during the beta. So yes, the Overlord is what I use to help increase the fire rate for the Pelington. And then of course I have the steady aim laser, just because that does offer a 30% hip fire accuracy. Technically the SWAT laser sight is a little bit better just because it adds a 50% hip fire accuracy, but I do lose 8% of my aiming speed, and I don't want to necessarily give up on that, guys. So I go ahead and use the steady aim laser. Jumping down to that, we have the magazines. With the magazines, I have the 7-round speed mag. Not only does that really help me because it allows me to have 7 rounds in a mag, which really lets me continue to be aggressive and not worry about having to reload compared to the traditional 5 that the Pelington has. And then the fact that it actually does reload pretty quick compared to not having that at all. And then the one thing I am giving up is not necessarily 10% of my aiming speed, but I do think the Pelington still has a very good ADS speed with the 7-round speed mag, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I can live with that. Jumping down, we have the Task Force rear grip handle, which does give me 10% aiming speed. I do lose out on a little bit of my sprint out speed, but again, it's something I can live with. I do also recommend the Warden tight grip because that does have a +8 aiming speed, but then a really substantially increased flinch stability. So if you're being shot at, you will flinch less with the Warden tight grip. But again, just with my playstyle, I think I prefer to have a little 2% increase of ADS speed because it really does. It doesn't sound like it does, but it does make a difference, and so that's why I choose to use the Task Force rear grip. And then going just down to stock, we have the Duster Pad, which none of these stocks actually help with necessarily ADS speed, but the Duster Pad just gives me faster slide speed, and with someone who's just trying to be really aggressive and move around the map pretty frequently, I gotta be zooming, and so that's that's why I use the Duster Pad for that. Now, basically, this is how I break it down. This is my in my opinion, my best and favorite class setup. Again, the only other thing I probably would change about this, and I think I have 2 other classes with the Warden Tight Grip, but other than that, like, the handles are going to be pretty well balanced between the two, and that's just how I prefer to set up the Pelington. Obviously, I have the 1911 for a pistol. It's a pretty OP pistol in my opinion. I've definitely won gunfights off like 3 bullets, just like 3 quick upper chest bullets. So it's really useful. We got a stun, frag, and a proximity mine, and then perk-wise, we got tactic mask because people love spamming the flashes and stuns, and then we have scavenger, which obviously replenishes ammo from people who have died, and then of course ghost. Now the way ghost works this year is actually really cool because of the fact that if you are not moving, if you are someone who's sitting in a corner like traditional campers do, ghost will not help you. Ghost only works when you're actually moving, so I do think that is something nice that Treyarch went ahead and did this year. Another perk I recommend is Paranoia, because Paranoia, much like the perk, I believe it's like Pulse or whatever from Modern Warfare, basically whenever someone's looking at you, your screen will flash yellow in a certain direction. If someone's looking at you, the one thing I don't necessarily like is like it says here an alert. Well, that alert is just like a very high pitched, just like drone sound, and it's just really irritating sometimes to play and hear in your ear. But yeah, guys, so this is my best setup video I have for you guys, or best setup for me at least, that I think works. Again, the clips in the video are based off what you saw, are all using this class. Another thing too, I recommend just finding a sensitivity that works best for you. Because of my playstyle, I actually play on 1313, which I believe the highest is 14. Oh yeah, the highest is 14. I forgot, they have 0.5s this year, which is really strange, but can't really do much about that. But 1313 is my favorite sensitivity to suggest for someone who's trying to be really aggressive. I think it works really well for me. One other thing I would suggest, guys, is going ahead and not only finding a sensitivity that works for you and finding a playstyle that works best for you, whether you're someone who really enjoys sitting back and sniping traditionally like how a sniper should, or having more of, again, that aggressive run and gun style. I would also recommend simply just learning how to center your shots. With the Call of Duty being the way it is, and with having some or little aim assist with snipers especially, I do recommend learning how to center, and that is simply just lining up your target with the center of your screen. And then obviously with the snipers, because they are patched in the sense of where it's like a chest up one-shot kill, I would recommend just learning how to center and center higher up when you're shooting people. That way you can go ahead and get the most effective use out of your rounds, and as you're playing, it's definitely going to help you become better and just be more consistent with hitting those shots, and overall just making the experience more fun, because hey, who likes getting hit markers? So with that being said, guys, that is my video for today. I again have been having a lot of fun playing the beta. I do think it's going to be a good game. I think there's some things they could change, but I overall am really excited for the next year of Call of Duty, and again, just seeing what it will be like using the LW3 and just some of the other guns. Honestly, I enjoy red gunning too, so you might just see me streaming here and there using red gun. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter, that should be on the screen right now, as well as follow me on Twitch. I'm getting closer and closer to 100 followers, guys. Basically, I have a goal where if I hit 100 followers before New Year's Eve, we're at 35 right now. If I hit 100 followers before New Year's Eve, me and my friend Bellows will be doing a 24-hour live stream for you guys on Cold War, and I'm super excited for that. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much again. See you in the next video, and I'm out of here. See ya.